Let me show you some of the features of the SchoolGuard system. Hopefully, we're never going to use this button. I don't want to use it. By gosh, we need it. Okay? Some of the features we have. There's a 911 button only on there. This is what the teacher's phones look like. Your janitors, your cooks, whoever. The gatekeeper, we call the principal, approves to have this on their phone. This is simply a 911 call. That's all it does. Okay? The other button is a teacher assist. This is inter-school. It does not deploy out to the police officers. This is just inter-school. It lets them know that, hey, teacher needs assistance. We're going to show you how that works in a second. Next one's going to get loud. You ever have an armed intruder? If this ever strikes us, this is activated. This is what it's going to sound like. The active shooter report active shooter button is activated. It's going to deploy all these. It's going to call 911. And as you're waiting, in the 126 seconds that we did for that initial 911 call, as you're waiting as a teacher to speak with the 911 operator, it's already done two things simultaneously. Those two things are, it's notified every other teacher, janitor, cook in your school. It's notified the other schools within about a 5-mile radius so they can take their proactive steps to lock down or evacuate, whatever your policies are. And it's also, while you're still waiting to talk to 911, it's sent a message out to all the officers, federal, state, or local, that have downloaded that free Hero 911 app to get them there quick. Because we want to save our kids out there. We want to save our staff out there. That's what it is. The teacher assist. Some other features we have that you can almost use on a weekly or monthly basis. Teacher assist.
Assistance requested. Assistance requested.
Teacher hits teacher assist. All the other phones inter-school are going to hear that noise. A map is going to pull up, and it's going to say, Mr. McVicker requests assistance. You're going to know where I'm located, and this is something. Let's say we have a fight in the gym. Instead of sending someone for help, I hit teacher assist. It notifies all the teachers and staff out there, hey, Mr. McVicker needs help. Let's go help him out. And it gives me an option to type in, I have a fight in the gym. Secondary box can pop up. Hey, you know what? Student's injured. Please send a nurse. In split seconds, you can type this and send it, and people can come to your aid. There's also an option we have on the phone called Principal Push. And this is for your admin personnel. Your superintendents, your principals, assistant principals. If they want to push Principal Push, this is something, let's say you have a power outage. This is nothing more than a mass text message, once again sent to your respective teachers. And this is a mass message saying, power outage, you know what? There has been a tornado spotted. Please exercise emergency procedures. You're going to get it on your phone. Instead of going around from class to class, the PA doesn't work. How are we going to notify 2 or 3 floors of teachers depending on the size of your school? This is fantastic. Another example. Let's say there's a custody dispute.
Tom did all.
Let's say Johnny's only supposed to go home with one of the parents, and the other parent happens to be on school property. Without going to the PA, without trying to find Johnny, we can send a message out as an admin officer in the school saying, you know what? Send Johnny home only with parent A. Okay? Could be of value to you. The response plan. The schools, as we are doing more and more training, we're developing our response plans. This gives you a chance to upload your individual respective response plan, whether you take it off the FEMA site and tweak it yourself, whether you use IEMA site, whether you make your own up. Okay? Intra-school, for your response plan, you can upload this to refer to later. It can help with the training mandates that we have. For some other additional features that we can talk about that we've made very pertinent in this situation, the cost alone. We've been speaking with schools across the country literally for the last 3 or 4 months, almost on a daily basis. Email about 3 today. And they love this idea. We're rolling it out today. During a live demo we're going to show you in just a few minutes. And I hope you pass the word. The cost, we want to keep this very, very reasonable. This is less than ½ a penny a student a day. And the reason we're doing that is so we can employ it in a lot of schools around the country, because I think you understand by being here today that this is a problem since 1700s. It is not going away. It's going to continue. And it saddens me to say that. I have kids, you have kids. It's going to continue. Some of the features we have in there, we made this so it's invisible to the students. So you may not have to have the armed guards out there. You know, when I went to school, when you all went to school out here, school is a place you're supposed to learn. It's a safe house. It's a safe haven you're supposed to go to and get comfort, seek comfort, not run away from. And our schools are like that still. By making them a hardened charter, by putting everything in there, do we need that? Absolutely. We need that stuff. We live in an anxious society. And by not being here today, the people out far out west, maybe down south, the people who turn a blind eye to this, they have their walls up. There's a famous saying out there, that denial is a save now, pay later scheme. We're saving our time by thinking it's not going to happen to us. We're going to pay later. Okay? We've got to find a way to get police officers there quick. This is an invisible solution. So kids can stay focused on education. That's why they go to school. Not to worry about someone coming in and hurting them. Absolutely not. This allows for unlimited downloads rather, without any additional charge. You have a small school with 20 people in there, as far as faculty members, we're going to put it all on our phones, of course, if the gatekeeper approves that. You have a large school, 200 faculty members, doesn't cost you anything extra. You download it. We activate it for you, you're good. We want a panic button in the hand of every faculty member out there. We've got to do it. To prevent inadvertent activations, we've built what's called this geofence. If you can imagine the building we're in right here is a school, we've built an invisible fence around it. So when you as a teacher go home at night and your kids are playing with your phone and they see that bright, shiny, red, pretty little button in there, they cannot activate it because you're off school property. The school owns that service and it will not, you're off school property, it will not send the activation out there. We can't have that, obviously. So we can still have that phenomenal feature there. This is what's very good. A lot of schools sometimes do not get the information quick enough. It's because it doesn't happen there. Everyone's isolated. This is going to cause extreme chaos. We've got to get this school as quick as possible, and the other schools don't know about it. They're going to find out maybe 3 minutes, 5 minutes, maybe 10, 15 minutes later. I don't know. But we can tell them before 911 picks up the phone. The school and where it's happening, the other schools are going to know about this. A map's going to pull up. It's going to show them where the initial alert occurred from, what school it was alerted in. The principal push, we talked about that. And the test mode we put in the SchoolGuard system. This allows for you, hopefully, to satisfy that training mandate that we have out there. You can incorporate this within your training that you're scheduled to do every single year. Now, on the Hero 911 app, like we talked about, when we go to school, we're going to show you how they acknowledge that. So the police officers understand that they are going to acknowledge their uniform or plainclothes, so they have a sense of knowledge that, you know what, there may be X amount of plainclothes officers here. Mike Snyder's going to talk to you about that over there. Okay. We have all given you what we call our one-pagers. It has a checklist, a comparison list on the back to a traditional panic button. Please study that's on our website. You also have our PowerPoint. Please take it home, pass it out to others. Okay. We want to spread the word with this. If you have a pen, you're interested in information, this is the PowerPoint. Feel free to take it out. At this time, before we transition over to Parkview, myself and my team will answer a few questions. If you have any, you can feel free to ask away, and we'll transition over to the school.